strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got a fun topic here today, as we have basically a new token. GLX was just launched not too long ago, and now staking has gone live. So we are seeing some insane returns. Current APR for staking your GLX is literally over 6,000%. It is absolutely insane. And yes, that is just because there's a very small supply. As the supply increases, there'll be more people fighting for those rewards. That APR will go down. So we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that here in just a second. But first off, a lot of you have GLX and may not even know it. That's because pretty much the only supply of GLX out there right now is the GLX that has been airdropped to those with staked SPS. Since staked SPS is what you receive for battle rewards, a lot of you Splinterlands players out there already have GLX, so you might as well go in and stake that so you can take advantage of this early APR. If you're going to hold on to it, you might as well be staking it and generating some return. Like right now, you literally double your GLX amount in about a week if you go in and stake that. So let's see how you can see your airdrop. You actually don't have to claim your airdrop. It's already being automatically claimed for you. But let's go in and look at how you can see that balance and then how you can go stake it. So you're actually going to need to use two websites right now. So this website right here is goals.genesisleaguesports.com. I'll put the links down below, goals.genesisleaguesports.com. You can come over and you do need to create a new, like if you hit this login, you'll need to create a new login. So you cannot just, you can link your Hive. We're going to show that here in a second. You don't need a new Hive account, but you need to set up kind of a Web2 account using an email and password. So come over here, hit the register button and sign up. Now I've already signed up, so we're going to log in here real quick. And then you can come up to your account up top and go to wallets. You can see your currencies up here as well, but you can come to wallets and this is where you'll link your Hive. So once you link that, you'll be able to see any airdrops that you have. So then if you want to stake that, you come over to remove the goals from the front of the website and just go to genesisleaguesports.com. That'll take you over to this. Oh, no, it will not. How about this website? Here we go. This website right here. Now, if you come up and click on your currency, you can actually stake it. So you can see I've got some rewards I can claim. It's insane. I just claimed like a few minutes ago before I started making this video, and the APR is so high that this is going up so fast. You get GLX and GLGT. GLGT is Genesis League Game Time. That's the equivalent of vouchers. So just like when you stake SPS, you get more SPS and you get vouchers. It's the same system here. You can come over here and you can stake whatever you want. You can also transfer it. You can transfer it to Hive Engine. So if you'd rather, there's certainly going to be people out there that they have SPS, but they don't really care about GLX, so they'd rather just sell it. We are going to see some of that. We are already seeing some of that. You can transfer it to Hive Engine and sell it. Or if you go buy it on Hive Engine, you can buy it and transfer it in this way. So that works the same way as selling Hive Engine on SPS. There's no liquidity pool, so just swap right now. There's such a low supply, it'd be hard to even make up a liquidity pool. Liquidity pools will come, there will be rewards there. But this is how you can come in and actually stake that GLX. I've been picking some up. I picked some up on the market for 2 cents on day one because the airdrop actually started before there was any sort of staking. So there's just people dumping and nobody really knew what to buy it as. And now that you've got all these staking rewards and we're starting to see more rewards coming, there's been more motivation for people to go buy it. What's the current price? Let me refresh, see what it is right now. About 17 cents is the current price. I wish I'd bought more than just like 50 bucks worth. So you can come in here again. This is where you can buy, sell over here on Hive Engine. So again, a lot of you are getting this for free. Might as well come in and collect it, and either, yeah, if you're going to hold on to it, you might as well stake it. It's the same staking process as SPS, where you stake it for four weeks. Like the unstaking process is 4 weeks, getting 25% every week. So you can see right here, I've got some unstaking in progress. That's just because I typically always have it unstaked. Like I'm not necessarily planning on selling that, but I unstake it, and then when that comes out, that way if I okay, if 4 days from now I decide, okay, the price has really skyrocketed, I want to sell it. I've already started that unstaking process. If I don't want to sell it, I'll just restake it immediately. Immediately once that pops up and kind of expires. And that way I'm more flexible that way. So that's why I'm unstaking. You can see here in 1 week, so it's actually 6 days from when I'm making this video, I will get 25% of what I've started unstaking. So you can claim, I can come up here and claim, and every block is generating rewards. So I'll claim that now, I'll get that GLX, and you'll see it'll be, by the time we're done with this video, it'll be even a little higher. So that's how you get your GLX. Then the question becomes, should you be buying it or should you be selling it right now or just waiting around to see what happens? And the reality is that we're still in price discovery right now. So this token just came out. Again, like I said, basically the only people who have it are those who staked SPS and are getting that reward, and then a little bit from the staking rewards that just started here yesterday. So there's some of those rewards going out now as well. But there's not a lot of distribution, and that's why the APR is so high. So the staking, these main staking rewards will be for 1 year, and the same amount is airdropped every single day. So because there's just such a small supply, that's why everybody's getting huge numbers. Now, a week from now, we'll have twice as much, maybe even a little more GLX out there. So you'll probably see the APR cut in half fairly quickly. And it's impossible to say exactly what it will be because we don't know how much of that's going to get staked, what the case is. But the APR is going to continue to decrease rapidly regardless of what the price does. So the APR actually has nothing to do with the price of GLX right now, because since you're staking GLX and getting GLX as a reward, and when I say the APR, I'm not factoring in game time. So as you can see, like my rewards are already going up here. This is how high the APR is. I've already earned half GLX. So I've earned 10 cents in staking rewards just literally here since I claimed while making this video. But again, that APR that I'm calculating is not using game time because game time is not tradable right now. So we have no idea what its value is. So when I'm looking at APR, I'm looking at just GLX as a reward. You're staking GLX, you're getting that as the reward. So if the price of GLX becomes irrelevant in that calculation for the APR, just what percent of GLX you're getting back. So yes, that APR will go down rapidly. And will that change the buying pressure on it? Maybe. Everything is buying and selling right now can be very risky because we're still kind of in price discovery here. But when I have bought some, and what I am looking at when buying it, everybody's going to kind of have to make their own decision here. But I've been comparing this token to SPS a little bit and looking at, okay, what is my target price point? Like not how much do I think it's worth right now? How much do I think this will be worth 5-6 months from now? And I know a lot of you are going to ask, okay, what's your price point? What do you think is valued at? And especially being a team member, I don't want to assign that value. Okay. And it's such a huge guess, a wild guess that I can guarantee you I won't be exactly right. And then people will get mad. Oh, you told me that it's going to be worth 10 cents in 6 months or whatever the case is. And I don't want to do anything like that. But you guys should kind of form your own essentially guess at what you think this is worth, and then factor the APR into that. So, okay, I said 10 cents. If I think this is 10 cents, people might say, well, you shouldn't be buying right now because it's 17 cents. So you think it's going to go down almost 50%. Well, the thing is, if I buy at 17 cents, I'm going to double my GLX in a week. So even if the value goes to 10 cents a week from now, or by the time I was unstaking it or whatever, I would still come out ahead because I would get more GLX that way. So you can kind of do those little calculations and factor that in. And when I'm factoring this in, I've seen so many people out there that think GLX will not be worth as much as SPS. And again, I cannot necessarily make predictions, but keep in mind, first off, the max supply of SPS is 3 billion. That's how many, there will be 3 billion SPS that's minted. Now, some of that's going to be burned and is already burned in both systems, so we'll never hit a true max of 3 billion, but that's how much will be minted. There will be 3 billion SPS minted. There will be 2 billion GLX minted. So it's already going to be a little bit more rare, and that's something you should factor in when starting off the price. And the other big thing is that it's simply I'll come to this page because it's fun to just watch this tick up. When SPS first released and we went through all this, Splinterlands was going through this for the first time, and they were setting up an economy like this that really nobody else was doing. They've got their own unique play to earn system that's truly groundbreaking. And now we're a year later, and as they're designing the GLX economy, they've kind of looked back and says, okay, well, in hindsight, we made these mistakes with SPS or the economy. Like one of the big ones is DEC being at peg, right? Or being at their par value. We've been trying to make a lot of changes to help DEC get back to par because that whole airdrop inflated DEC so much. So there's just so much of that out there. And things like that, GLS is going to have kind of a second mover advantage here where they can design that economy with those changes from the very start. Instead of Splinterlands has used the analogy, it's like trying to fix an airplane mid-flight. So it's so much more difficult, where GLX is going to have the ability to really set those things up from the beginning. And the GLS equivalent of DEC is going to be GLUSD. Same type of thing. Now, one GLUSD equals $1, whereas 1,000 DEC equals $1. But other than that, it's the same concept. But a big difference is DEC is starting from 0. So it'll actually go live later this month, where you'll be able to burn GLX to get GLUSD. But there's not going to be this hyperinflation that occurs before we mint GLX, so that there's already a ton of GLUSD out there. It's starting from 0, so if you want to get that GLUSD to use in the marketplace in this game, we're going to have to burn that GLX to get there. So I think we're going to see a lot more burning of GLX for GLUSD than we do in Splinterlands seeing burned SPS for DEC. Now, again, that's just all theoretical. We'll see how it actually plays out. But overall, and I've done a video like on the white paper of things like that, so I don't want to go too in depth in this, but I really like the GLS economy and how everything's set up. I love the economy, and I'm very optimistic about all the partnerships that are coming. Again, we hear, well, Major League Soccer isn't that big. Nobody cares about Major League Soccer because it's not even the largest soccer league in the world. Some of you are cringing at me using the term soccer. So, and there's a lot of people that simply don't like MLS and that type of thing. But while this is the first partnership, I feel very confident saying that it's not going to be the last partnership. And I'm not saying that with any inside info or anything like that. But if we go look at the white paper, 70% of the GLX tokens are set up for future partnerships. So a large supply is allocated for partnerships. That shows me the team is very optimistic that they are going to get a not only larger partnerships, but a lot of them, right? And what will this look like if we have NBA, MLB, NFL, FIFA, like whatever the largest leagues in? If there's games for all of those set up, like I feel like that gives this token such a high ceiling, having partnerships with large leagues like that. So I'm curious to see what comes and what they're able to get. Obviously, that's just speculation, and you're kind of hoping that something like that comes. We still don't even have our first game yet. The game still is not going to be out until later next year. We're still ways out from that. So yes, the game, this is still very early. And anytime you're this early, there's certainly going to be risk in coming in and speculating on prices and buying and that type of thing. But there's going to be some demand just because of these insane APRs right now. And yes, by the time this video is out, we're not going to have 6,000 APR anymore. It's probably going to be down to 5,500, and it's going to keep going down, but it's going to stay at a very high APR for a while just because there's not enough supply. Even if all of the GLX in existence was staked for the first month, you're still going to see insane APRs after the first month. So if you have GLX tokens and you're going to hold on to them, you need to come in here and stake them and really take advantage of this. So then whether you decide to go buy or sell or anything like that at these prices, I'll certainly leave it up to you. There is a lot of opportunity to make money. There's also a lot of opportunity to lose money depending on what happens with the price. But I feel like at these APRs, even at this, the reason you're seeing so much buying, even up at 18 cents, is just because there's a lot of room for, again, a lot of room for the price to drop and you still make money. So go in, try and do some research on the white paper, look, kind of compare it to SPS and say, okay, this is what SPS is. Here are the differences with GLX. And okay, so I think it's going to be at this price. And if it's 5 cents, then look at the math. And okay, if I buy at 18 cents here and I leave it staked for 2 or 3 months, what, like, how's that going to be the equivalent to me buying at 5 cents later down the line, or whatever the case is? So everybody should go in and make their own calculations and everything. But again, a lot of you just have free GLX. So if you don't want to do any of that, or you don't feel comfortable doing a lot of that, just take the GLX you're getting, come in and stake it, and enjoy your rewards. So I'm curious to know what everybody thinks. Are you guys buying? Are you selling? Are you optimistic about the GLX project? Do you think there's going to be, again, as I mentioned earlier, there are certainly a lot of people that are getting this airdrop as SPS holders that care more about Splinterlands than they do GLS. So they're going to just convert everything over and sell it all so they can go get more Splinterlands cards. And that's completely understandable. Even if they do believe in the project, they're like, I just want to play Splinterlands, so I'm going to sell all that. So you do have to factor that in. There are going to be people dumping like that. But I think there's also a ton of people that are very, very bullish on this project that are going to be there to scoop up those sales and come in here and stake this and try to load up on GLX before the game actually releases. So anyways, that's what we've got. Thank you guys for listening. As always, I can't wait to read the comments. The comments are going to be interesting on this one, I bet.